The senior from Chicago, Illinois, and a captain on this team, leads them in scoring over 19 points per game, and that is 6th best in the ACC. Washington over top of the defender, Kyle. Both of these teams average about 20 attempts per game from beyond the arc as Starling hits the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, and could have sealed the victory with some free throw shooting in regulation, but much needed win for them.
Igutolu fights off the double team over Kyle. Miller on the run. That's a straightaway 3-ball, and it is money for the Mustangs. So Washington has to go to the bench for the Mustangs, his second personal foul here in the first half. On the inbounds, Kyle able to gather. Over Igutolu for 2.
Interesting that time. Syracuse showed zone early, but then switched to man-to-man.
Jaron Pierre was able to get it back and then hits the backboard on the shot attempts. Orange worked the baseline to Kingz, and he rattles home a 3-ball from the corner pocket.
Another guy who's been a really good pickup in the portal from Oregon State.
Somehow that shot goes in. Wow. Tall.
And this was it was from behind too. And Edwards now he's capable. It looked like it just.
Thrilled to be back in the dome with my broadcast partner Mike Jaminski. Our annual return. That's Toombs over the top. Toombs is a freshman from Amarillo, Texas. Kyle the kick into the corner. Freeman comes storming out of there and can't get the angle on the square.
Not sulking over the miss.
SMU steals it right back. Edwards stepped around the defender and a tip follow. Coming out of nowhere, Pierre. Carmelo Anthony won 3 gold medals as an Olympian. Coach Boeheim as an assistant for Coach K as Igutolu scores. Syracuse hasn't had a field goal in about 4 minutes, Mike, and the shot clock is down to 3 for Freeman. Into the corner. White. He beats the clock, or did he?
It's a big 4-5 combination, and Toombs is usually his backup.
SMU's won 4 of its last 6, 2 in a row. Up and under with a 5-point lead. Driving and scoring, B.J. Edwards.
What Syracuse has done against this zone has been out on the perimeter. They haven't been able to get inside at all.
Igutolu let the defender fly on by, and Betsy, and he lays it in calmly. Shot clock is at 5 for George. High arcing shot is too strong. Igutolu feeds it to Miller. Up ahead, O'Neal for the jam. Double-fisted.
He was way ahead of everybody.
20 of the 24 points for the Mustangs in the first half in the paint. Donnie Freeman in the paint for the Orange. 9 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, good for them that taking advantage of the bonus situation.
Toombs. Size advantage against Starling. Trying to muscle him up. Off the glass for Toombs.
Good job by SMU to go right at him.
Jaron Pierre, second on the team in scoring, almost 18 per game. Toombs cleaning up the mess.
A few flights from Dallas to Charlotte.
Real miss from the corner. Pierre, 3-ball for the Mustangs. Shot clock at 10, 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. 7 on 7. O'Neal on Anthony. Kingz creating space and hitting, and it's a 3-ball right in front of SMU.
They've gotten not much out in transition. They've had to work against that zone in the half court.
Knocked it away. Toombs got it back. Just inside the free throw line with a soft bounce and roll.
Well, he has been terrific so far in this game.
8 points in the first half for Toombs, and now George. George! All net for George and a 3.
Igutolu has seen a couple of threes shot right at close range.
Turnaround Toombs, same spot almost, Mike.
Syracuse with that record still up in the net rankings high enough to make this a quad 1 game.
SMU 34th. Donnie Freeman swoops in and scores. 2 personal fouls. Ugutolu out of the game. He and Toombs have combined for 18 points and 9 of 10 shooting in the first half for SMU. This is George. Kingz shovels to Freeman.
He's the one hand guy they have to answer inside.
George, dribbling display, and he beats everybody to the rim. All kinds of dribbling. Toombs got it away. SMU got it right back with Washington. 5 on the shot clock. Freeman has to fight for that pass. Turns and fires.
Not a sense of urgency on that out-of-bounds play.
Miller tried to drop it off. Pierre missed. Orange closed on that 8-2 run over the last 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Starling.
He's not an imposing physical guy, although we've seen him play some great man-to-man defense on the post.
Starling the entry, and Freeman in the paint. Turnaround tough shots for Freeman. Edwards on the inbounds from Miller. Trying to get into the box score and get his first points, and it's Miller.
But he is a special talent.
Freeman up on the rim with Toombs, and it comes to Miller. Drops it off. Pierre swoops in and drops it in for the Mustangs.
Talk about it. He's got long arms and great timing inside with his blocks.
Freeman lines it up and knocks it down.
And I tell you, if you're Andy Enfield, you don't mind him taking that shot rather than getting inside, but he answers. Yeah,
he had 8 points in the first half. He's back into the game. Anthony takes a look down, finds the spot, and hits it in front of his own bench. Miller trying to get around Freeman, gave it up. Toombs.
Five.
George got the bounce.
George with a slight height advantage, able to score over the top.
11 points now for Naithan George. Edwards on the try. Freeman came in late. Ugutolu 2 on the work on the offensive glass. Freeman. Kingz, the left-hander. Ripping the ropes for the Orange.
And that, again, maybe an unnecessary one by Miller. And smart play that time.
Kingz flashes and hits. Got a nice bounce and roll. Anthony trying to work off a Kyle screen. Chisels his way into the Mustang defense. And a little fall away from number 7.
Toombs was on him, and he had to back off because of, he didn't want to give up the drive.
Washington at the other end, elevating and scoring.
So they've got more than 1 or 2 guys that they can go to.
Anthony for 3 with a defender right in his face. First, it's Kiyan Anthony with his second 3 well behind the line.
Looks like SMU is going to pull away. Syracuse comes back in it.
Second 3 of the game for Kiyan Anthony, who had missed his 7 previous 3-pointers in previous games.
It's just a different body language for Anthony in the second half. He hit that first shot, and now he's actually looking for his offense.
Betsy looking for a 3, and he hits it from the corner. Can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3. George, the kick is intercepted. Edwards race to the rim, and Edwards lays it in. Into the corner, Betsy. Got the defender in the air. On the baseline for Betsy.
And he's right behind Miller at 5 assists a game, and both Buki Miller and Ugutolu getting ready to come back in.
Off the screen drive, and foul for the Orange, and he can give him the lead from the free throw line.
Going in, finishing off with contact. Nice, absorbs the body.
Got it back from Pierre. Is wide open for a three and misses. There you go, Tolu. Over Betsy for Miller, and what a bounce for Poopy. Orange 2-2 in their last 4 games, with the win against Cal on Wednesday and a home win against Notre Dame a couple of weeks ago. Freeman working baseline, Betsy. Betsy just cashed one in. Orange have made 11 threes. Washington wants one, but the Mustangs doesn't get it. George on the run. Right there, Broadway. I mean, the 11 threes is way above their season average of just under 7 made threes per game for the Orange. SMU has missed 6 of its last 7 shots, making 7 of 8. Now Toombs. What work on the offensive glass by Toombs. Toombs has 19 points, Mike. His season high is 23, and that was on the road at Duke for Toombs, and a miss by Kingz, and he's into the front row. Clock is down to 7. Kingz against Miller. Lays it up, and it falls! 2.3 seconds left. The desperation shot by Pierre. Off the glass, off the rim. Syracuse wins